بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم الحمد لله رب العالمين وصلى الله على سيدنا ونبينا أبي القاسم المصطفى محمد
اللهم صل على محمد
وآله الطيبين الطاهرين لا سيما بقية الله في الأرضين جل الله تعالى فضله الشريف وجعلنا من أعوانه وأنصاره. We talked about ambition, and I want to have a follow-up for that, inshallah, and then few final remarks for the retreat. There is a need to find out what those who have right ambitions should expect to happen. One is that those who have high ambitions must be patient. When you have great goals, you must be ready for some difficulties. You cannot quickly expect to get what you want. So you should not be shocked if there would be problems, if there would be obstacles, sometimes resistance, sometimes might be very difficult, but you have to be sabr, as we had this also in the hadith from Amir al-Mu'minin. The next thing is that you have to be consistent. You cannot keep changing your aims and sometimes spend on something and without achieving it, without finishing it, shift to another thing. One sign of maturity and wisdom is not to start something easily and not to stop something you have started easily. If you get into everything quickly, this shows there is no wisdom. If you quickly change, also there is no wisdom, there is no also persistence. So we should try to be consistent, not to break our promises, our decisions. If you are not sure to what extent you have to continue, maybe from the beginning you can break it into few minor projects or stages. Say, okay, phase 1, I'm sure I have to do it very quick. Phase 2. But each of them should be by itself meaningful. Not that all of them together would be meaningful and then you do one or two. Even you do 90%, there's no benefit if something is holistic. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said to the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, وَشَاوِرْهُمْ فِي الْأَمْرِ فَإِذَا عَزَمْتَ فَتَوَكَّلْ عَلَى اللَّهِ. Consult them, although you are a prophet. You receive revelation, but you have to also consult mu'mineen, ask them for their opinion, listen to them. But then when you make up your mind and find out this is the right decision, then put your trust in Allah and proceed. Don't delay, don't stop, don't return, don't deviate. Sometimes we delay, sometimes we stop, sometimes we go back, sometimes we go to another thing. All these conflict with إِذَا عَزَمْتَ فَتَوَكَّلْ عَلَى اللَّهِ. We many times have this problem that we either don't undertake good projects, or if we undertake good projects, we don't deliver the job. We don't go up to the very last. Sometimes we want to start something new. No, finish the job and complete the job. Sometimes I use this example. I say it's like, for example, football. It's not just enough that you play 90 minutes, for example. Even it's not enough you play well. You must make sure that you can strike some goals. It is these goals that can raise your team. In community also we need people who can do certain things and show the fruits, then we can go on. These fruits of action are very important. For example, if we do work with the youths, then we should be able to see some of the youths who have become very successful. If you are working with Sunni brothers and sisters, we should show some results. These results give lots of energy. But if you do things and nothing comes out of it, it's like a team that has played well, but they can never win. من المؤمنين, another ayah, رجال صدقوا ما عاهدوا الله عليه فمنهم من قضى نحبه ومنهم من ينتظر وما بدلوا تبديلا. This is also about being consistent and persistent till end of your life. Some people have completed the task, some people are still in dunya, they have opportunity to continue, but they don't change. Ma baddalu tabdila. Yes, only one chance for change is there, and that is if really we are faced with something which has to be given priority and carefully we assess, say, okay, although this project was a good project, but now there is something very, very important that if we delay, a great harm will be caused or a great thing will be lost. That's something possible. In the world, many things happen. Sometimes we have to change and do some, show some flexibility. But this is very rare. If you have really carefully planned, it's very rare to realize that there must be something and you must start. Another thing is that if you have ambitions, high ambitions, you should not expect that everyone will praise you and appreciate and help you and support you. Many times you may not have, especially at the beginning, people who appreciate. When they see the signs of success, yes, إِذَا جَاءَ النَّصْرُ اللَّهِ وَالْفَتْحُ وَرَأَيْتَ النَّاسَ يَدْخُلُونَ فِي دِينِ اللَّهِ أَفْوَاجًا, then this is possible. People in bulks join. But initially, there will be more doubt and criticism, maybe. So if you are really sure that this is what you have to do, after consideration of all the factors, consultation, seeking advice, putting your trust in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then you shouldn't worry that much that how many people are helping, appreciating. As we have in Hadith, I think it's in Nahjul Balagha, لا تستوحشوا في طريق الهدى لقلة أهله. In the path of guidance, don't feel lonely if you don't see many people there. If you are sure that this is the right path, then don't expect always to have many people there. Another thing is, if you are sure about your ambitious aim, your aims, you must not feel tired and bored. Of course, physically sometimes you may feel tired. That's okay, that's not in your control. One of the qualities of a mu'min is بَدَنُهُ مِنْهُ فِي تَعَبٍ وَالنَّاسُ مِنْهُ فِي رَاحَةٍ. Mu'min puts more pressure on himself or herself, may make his body or body tired, but don't put pressure and burden on others. So your body may be tired, but mentally, psychologically, you are not tired. Actually, you feel very happy that you have done something important, something great. So you have to be very passionate about your goal and do it with joy. There's a big difference. Imagine if you have to clean your home. If it is because someone is going to come and inspect your home, maybe some in-laws or I don't know. So you do it, but you don't like it really. Why I should do this? And you do the minimum, and certain things you hide them, cover somewhere, or put them under the carpet, because you don't really like this and you're not passionate. But if you know that a person that you really love is going to come to your home, you really out of love clean it, even you go and try to clean the road from, for example, where the car stops till your door. In Farsi we say آب و جارو کردن. You really clean it and make sure there is no dust, anything. When you have love for your visitor. Alhamdulillah, I should also thank the volunteers and organizers of the retreats. When we came here, we felt we are really welcome and we are loved. And there is, respect. Alhamdulillah, they did their best. That everywhere we felt very comfortable. May Allah bless them, inshallah. So, to do something with love and passion is very important. Even when you, for example, teach or lecture, yes, we had a class when I was in the Jose many years ago. I don't know, I was still in the dome maybe, or around that time. Either I was in dome or that. It was about 2 p.m. 2 p.m. After lunch and after. Normally, classes in the Jose are not that time. They put it in a prime time. Normally, it's either in the morning or afternoon, after 2-3 hours, so that people are fresh. This class was at 2 p.m. And our teacher was also speaking one, tone, monotone, and very hard you find any, raising his voice or, it's very difficult. Of course, I don't want to say there was something wrong, but I think if someone is passionate about his subject, cannot teach like this. Yeah, if you are very passionate, then it comes through. And then when the one is listening, also feels that this is something that is very important, dear to your heart, and pays more attention. Those who have high ambition also must not be satisfied with little achievement and success. We should not stop at the beginning of seeing the results and fruits. Yeah? Many times we have projects that either we don't complete or we complete it earlier than actual time. And this is like a child that maybe needs few more days before delivery. You should not rush and wait till it becomes the time, the actual time. Or you want to pick up a fruit, must be ripe. And also, finally, of course, there can be more things, but what is the last point for me is you have to appreciate yourself. You have to know your own value. This is different from being proud and arrogant. Negative pride is bad. Negative pride normally comes when you forget your reliance on Allah and compare yourself with other people and think you are better. We don't say we are better than other people, and we don't think we are independent from Allah, but we say Allah has given us a lot, and I should appreciate that. Every human being is a great manifestation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And every one of us is a great asset for Imam Zaman. Yeah? You are an asset for Imam Zaman. You are an asset for humanity. There are lots of potentials in us. Everyone is unique. What every person can do is unique. Maybe to 60%, 70%, they look the same, but never you can find a person who is not needed. So, no, he cannot add anything. Every person is important. So, we should have this regard, and not disregard, this with a space. Regard for ourselves. This is problem with unity and disunity. Sometimes you say disunity, people think disunity. So, respect and regard for yourself. Where we should be ambitious. In every area of life, you try to excel. But because our time and resources are limited, and if I want to in everything be the best, I cannot. Maybe I end up with either exhausting myself and become ill, or maybe something that is more urgent takes all my energy, and then for those things which are not, urgent, I don't have problem, or no one is after them. So every task that someone is after them. So you have to be then understanding the priorities. What are the priorities? First of all, not to undertake any task that you are not sure. There must be a way that check and is it good? This work, this study, this project, is it good or not? Is it necessary or not? Is it a priority or not? You think about it. If you are not sure, you can't start. But then, among them, there are some factors, and I cannot be comprehensive now, but some factors that can help you in prioritizing. One of the things which is very important, and I think we should always give high amount of attention and priority, is ma'rifah. Ma'rifah, knowledge, understanding, is something that always should be given high attention. Till the last day of our life, we should look for more ma'rifah. Because in some places we have said, I think in also Islamic education, that ma'rifah is the most important quality of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala as far as I understand. And the whole arsh, the whole creation, the whole guidance, everything is based on ilm. Even arsh stands for ilm of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, as the scholars say. Ilm is very important. Ma'rifah is very important. So we should never be satisfied with whatever you have. Even if you are Allama, you should not say, I don't want to learn anything more. You have to always be involved in learning. Of course, you should realize, would Allah expect from you to be also a scholar or a learner? That's another thing. But at least one of the two, either alimun rabbani or muta'allimun ala sabila najah. There is no third. The third way is hamajun ra'a. So it has to be either alim or talib, muta'allim. In our spirituality, certainly we have to be ambitious in our relation with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. In Dua al-Kumail, we say, Allahumma ja'alni min ahsana abidika nasiban wa aqrabihim manzilatan wa akhassihim zulfatan. Please make me one of the servants who has the best achievement in nearness to you, has the nearest position. So this is not bad. Here, if you want to be among the best, is good. In dunya, it's not good. I want to be the richest person, for example. But in nearness to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is good. In dunya, why it's not good to be necessarily the richest is not good? Because in dunya, if you want to be the richest, it normally requires you to do something to stop others. There's a negative competition. But in spirituality, if you want to be the best, actually you help me. You don't stop me. If in this city, two businesses, have competition and each of them wants to sell the most, make the most money, they have certainly to create some problem for the other. Because there is a certain market. You have to somehow make the other person second. But in spirituality, no. If all people want to be muqarrab, there is no problem. And actually they help each other. In this journey, whoever is successful not only will not stop others, actually inspires and helps other people. So we have to be trying to be the best. من أحسن عبيدك نصيبا. If you have this mentality, you would do things in a different spirit compared to someone who just wants to not to go to hell. This is a totally different thing. Or we have in du'as of Imam Zainul Abidin alayhi salam that he says to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, "Oh Allah, give me the greatest hadh from yourself." Hadh means what you enjoy from something, what you gain from something. It's a beautiful one. أَوْفَرَ عَبِيدِكَ مِنْكَ حَظًّا. Every person is getting something from relation that he or she has with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. How much you have achieved? You should aim at the best. Or in the months of Ramadan, we have one of the du'as. Allahumma inni as'aluka an tukrimani bihawan man shi'ta min khalqik. Wa la tuhanni bi karamati ahadin min awliyaik. The late Ayatollah Qudusi I didn't see him when I went to Rosa, he was already martyred. But there were few of his akhlaq lectures I managed to listen. And he was explaining this dua in this way. The dua says, "Oh Allah, please honor me. أسألك أن تكرمني." I ask you to honor me. بهوان من شئت من خلقك. Means raise me, even if it means that some other people might be lower. And don't bring me down by bringing up some other people. It means that at the same time that we want everyone to rise, but if there is someone who is not going to rise, I don't want it to be me. I don't want to be the third, the fourth, or even the second person. I want to be the closest person to you. So this is why we have in some hadith, it's not one of our Shia, the one who lives in a city, and there are, I don't know how many, 10,000, how many people there, and there is someone better than him. Especially compared to other people. If there are non-Shia, Muslim, non-Muslims, if there's anyone better than us, there's a problem. But to some extent, even inside the community, with humility, but I should try to be the best. Also, we should try to be ambitious after this, of course, is not necessarily a logical order. After these two that we mentioned, knowledge and nearness to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and spirituality, in calling people and facilitating for them their journey towards Allah. This is what we call tabligh. This da'wah ila Allah is that you are helping people in their journey. You should not be restless. Think there are people that may need your help in sharing with them beautiful teachings of prophets, messengers, Ahlul Bayt. So you should have concern. Even if you can share one more point, even if you can talk 5 more minutes with someone, don't miss this opportunity. Don't say, I have done a lot or I have other things. And also helping with charity causes. This should never be something that you say, I only do this much. Be ambitious. Try to make niyyah, as we said, of helping everyone in the world. At least make the niyyah and do as much as you can. If you can demonstrate to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that really you did your best, then inshallah He would consider your niyyah as honest and would reward you. It's the time for salah. So I have something to say, so maybe after salat we can continue inshallah. Is salat time, yeah? Okay. I think I was very ambitious about time. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin.